Welcome back to another BlueBlot Convo video. Now today I want to talk a little bit about stress, something that I think a lot of people can relate to some extent in their life, whether that be from school, work, families, friendships, relationships. Stress can really come from anything in life, and today I want to talk a little bit about it and how the MLP fandom and the show itself has really helped me in this aspect of my life. All the way back then when I was dealing with stress, and it was a major curveball for me at the time. I was living in a new place, didn't know anyone there, was doing a new job that I really didn't know how to do, and that really weighed on me. And stress is something that can really have a huge impact on your life, and not in the great ways. Whether that be distancing yourself from family and friends, not focusing on work as much, and just kind of putting yourself apart from everyone. And it really does weigh on you. The feeling of that pressure building up inside of you and trying to let it all out, and you can't. And you're probably wondering, how does this all fit into MLP? There are a lot of episodes that I think really capture this well, but I think a good example that I can think of at the top of my head is All Bottled Up, where Starlight bottles up all her emotions, and that stress of keeping everything in and wanting to say everything at the same time, where she does and eventually, explodes with all those emotions. It's stuff like that where I can really see myself in the same way of like, wow, yeah, I've bottled up a lot of stuff in my life, and unfortunately sometimes it comes out in outbursts, and it's really not healthy, and all that stress weighs on me and builds up inside, and sometimes it's easier said than done to get rid of it. And watching episodes like that throughout the course of the series and the time I've been in the fandom, it's really shown that yes, everyone gets stress. It's just a normal part of life. The current biggest one for me at the moment is work. I'm doing a completely new job, and trying to get certified and getting my training and everything for it. And there's those thoughts of like, well, what if I'm not good enough for this job? What if I am not the best that I can be? You just have to focus on one small thing at a time. Sure, there may be the bigger picture that you're working towards, but if you take it all in at once, it's not going to be the most healthiest. It's going to weigh you down. It's going to stress you out even more. But if you take the little things and build up towards the bigger picture, you will see growth and you will see progress. And maybe you're watching this and stress is something that you have to deal with in your everyday life. And to that I say, try to think of one thing that you can do each day to improve that. Maybe you're struggling with a certain friendship or a relationship, and it may be difficult at the time, but you have to remember to do one little thing to improve that. Maybe taking some time to yourself to reset and recharge, to go out with one of your older friends and do something fun. Maybe spend some time doing something that you enjoy, a hobby that you enjoy. Of course, it's a big mental game at the end of the day, but it weighs physically on you as well. You have less energy, you may not be as active. So it really does affect all parts of your life. Throughout the few years that I've been in the fandom, I have noticed a slight change in my demeanor of how I think of things when it comes to stress, how I deal with them. And it sounds, crazy to say out loud that, a show that, teaches, friendship lessons and all this, other stuff can have such a huge impact on, my life and how I really see things and how I interact with people and how I deal with those specific situations. When I have a stressful day, I just think back of where I was a few years back and all the change that I've done. Maybe you're watching this and you have some stress in your life, and I want to tell you that it will get better. It will change. You just have to take very small steps towards that change. Don't take it in all at once. Gradually build up to eliminate stress, and it can be the most simplest things. Take time to yourself, do things that you enjoy, and be the best person that you can be. As long as you follow simple steps like that, you will see change and you will see growth, and you will become a better person in the long run. Thank you guys for watching. Mine has been BlueBlot, and I'll catch you all in the next one.